Probably, I don't feel like we've talked to you enough about the year that you've had, a pretty consistent year. You've been in every game. Just how do you evaluate your season as you get here near the last couple of games?
I think it was a decent year. Obviously, new team. A lot of things are different. I think obviously the team and the guys made it easy for me to adjust. Obviously, tough lately with the injuries and not keeping leads and winning games that we should have won. A lot in November and December put us in a tough position, but I think overall, as a team, we got better, we're getting better, and hopefully everything rolls and clicks next season.
How proud are you of the fact that you've played every game so far?
Yeah, I think ever since I was a little kid, and obviously when I made the NHL, I wanted to be there every game and help the team win or contribute in any way that I can. And that's something means a lot to me, and I'm gonna continue to hopefully be able to do that year after year.
Yeah, no kidding. And you talk about contributing. You've got career high in assists. Your time on ice, I think, is top 5 on the team, and those are kind of things that I would imagine you're equally proud of, right?
Yeah, obviously, as a player, you want to play as many minutes as you can. So, obviously, with a lot of ice time, that means you're out there trying to contribute, and that the coaches trust you. So.
Yeah. There's also been, one after another, young players who've been called up. Yurchek's up here now. Christensen's been here. You've kind of been in a mentorship or leadership kind of role as well. Has that been something maybe you didn't anticipate and almost had to kind of enjoy doing, or no?
I think I've been in that leadership role for a while now,
yeah.
on the previous team too. So any way I can help the younger guys to get better, adjusted better, learn a few things here and there, obviously I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, last question's got to be, how's Drake like the ocean?
He loves it. Obviously, that dog is a character. He loves swimming. He loves the ice. So he's one of a kind.
How has this been, managing this back and forth, a lot of travel, that type of thing? What's that like for you to manage that?
Yeah, it's kind of tough on the body, tough mentally, but you try to stay in it, and some early mornings or early flights, but whenever you get the call to go to the NHL, it's always an exciting call. So, whenever the chance comes up to play in the NHL, you always kind of jump at the bit, and doesn't matter how early you got to get up.
There's been a lot of back and forth for you, obviously. Can you remember them all? If I ask you to recite all of the transactions, could you do it?
Probably not, honestly. Just last year at the end of the year, going up and down quite a bit. This year, I've been up and down at the end quite a bit as well. So, seen a lot of airports, and it's been a journey, but I enjoy it, so it's fun.
And 3 more games left here at this level. What do you want to get out of that? How do you want to make the most out of it, I guess?
Yeah, just play my best hockey I can. Leave them with a lasting impression going into next year, and play with confidence, and take that confidence down to Cleveland for our playoff run.
Zach, we talked so much about your point production here recently, and as you get to the end of the year, how do you evaluate where all that fits into the kind of year that you've had? How would you classify that, I guess?
Yeah, I think point-wise, obviously it's been a career year for me. I would like to see where I could have got if I didn't miss 12 games, but I'll take it, I guess. After missing a season and coming back, and slow goal scoring to start the year, the assists were there. I think it's good for me to kind of break that 50-point mark, and hopefully in the years moving forward I can get to 60 and hopefully pass that. So I think point-wise it was definitely a good year for me.
Yeah, and as you look at it, you talk about that, you talk about 1 more assist, and you got Wisniewski's assist record. Are those kind of milestones something that you're proud of and kind of hang your hat on a little bit?
Yeah, maybe. To be honest, I don't even know what milestones are until you reach them, I guess. I don't really know what the records are until I get close to them or I see something on social media. But they're not things you really try to achieve. They just kind of happen naturally as the year goes on. And I think for me this year, it's like I said, after missing a season and coming back early, I didn't have expectations, and to be where I'm at, I'm definitely happy with it point-wise. And obviously, there's things I can work on in the game elsewhere. But I think hitting that 50-point mark was a big one for me because I haven't hit it yet in my career.
Yeah.
So we'll take it.
Yeah. And finally, the effort you guys put forth in Tampa, first 2.5 periods, pretty damn strong. You got to come up with that same kind of thing tonight, right? I mean, it's been kind of amazing to see you guys do it night after night. Mm-hmm. It's going to take the same kind of effort here tonight, right?
Yeah, 100%. I thought we played really hard against Tampa. Obviously, they scored 2 quick ones, and at that point, the game's kind of out of reach a little bit. But I thought we played a really solid game. I thought our goalie was good. I think tonight's the same thing against Florida. Obviously, they've been struggling a bit for them, and but it's always a tough game here. We haven't had much success here in Florida the last few years, so I think for us, it's just kind of playing that same way, playing hard, and seeing what happens.
Looking at the game after those goals they scored, Tampa Bay was elite skills, making plays under pressure, executing passes on the tape. Like even the Stamkos goal in the D zone, everybody's in good position. They just been able to connect and find the inch. Stamkos scores and Marchenko is in the shooting lane, goes between his legs. It's a perfect shot. So the execution was right, mindset was right, intensity was right. Played a hell of a game, created more chances than Tampa, more ozone time than Tampa. It was a real good game for us. Now, having said that, tonight Florida is a different style of play. Probably more physical. Forecheck is different. Neutral zone, there's not much time there. Not much time in the D zone. Their D zone coverage is really intense. They kill plays really quick. Same thing on their PK. So it's we need to have the same mindset and compete really hard tonight to play against the Florida Panthers.
And that point right there has not been an issue for your team, right?
Never.
I mean, how much have you learned about what your team is capable of just through these trying times here?
Yeah, even yesterday at practice, we have 3 games left. We take that bus and travel 40 minutes. Mindset was right. The practice was high pace. And all year we've said we're going to stay in the moment. We're going to build solid winning habits. At some point, so you don't get the result, and then all of a sudden you get the results by building those habits. But all year we've been in games. It's never been about a lack of work or a lack of desire to do the right thing. It was about not being strong enough at times, physically. It was mental decisions at times earlier in the season. Just old plays, learning to play the NHL. It's such a simple game, but so hard to do consistently because it's not necessarily fun. And we have young guys, they're coming up, and all of the NHL players are the best in the world. And they're all superstars wherever they're coming from, college, junior, wherever, Europe. And when you come to the NHL, it's not the same game. It's the same game, but it's not the same mindset. It's that, I don't want to say boring, but simplistic approach to it helps you play fast. And that's something that young players need to learn to play because it's not always as fun, but it's way more effective. And I think this season we've learned that they're willing to do it, and we're getting better at it, and they're buying into it because the success, they see it. Doesn't necessarily translate in wins right now or goals preventing goals against, but we see an improvement. So it's learning to play in the NHL, and that's a process. That's the growth part of our team. But what I've learned is they're willing to do it, and they want to do it, and they're all in. And so that part of the season, I'm really proud of our guys.
You touch on the guys who've been in and out, the young guys, whatnot. One kind of guy who's just kind of carried the whole banner of consistency is Ivan Provorov. He's been in every game. He's right there, no matter who his pairing is with. Just what has that consistency from him meant to your team?
For us, it's big. Being reliable, and that's something we haven't had the luxury to have. Since I'm here anyway in Columbus at 3 years, having guys that are reliable, we know they're going to play the next game. We know they're for them not to play, it's going to take a major situation, whether it's an injury or something else. But so we knew that from Provorov. He's a reliable player, and that has a value to us because we can count on him.
Anybody else?
Lineup? We had to call about Trey.
Game time
so-
decision
so-
still, yeah. Game time decision. But Jet will be in the net.
Excellent.